never took dance classes?
No, never. I mean, not even a
Bullshit.
little bit. I feel like I've duped everybody into thinking I'm a good dancer.
This is the first time I ever meet a weatherman.
You have no idea how many times
What?
I've heard that.
Oh, he knows all the weathermen, right?
I know
He's
weathermen
like-
are real.
Hold up. You know other weathermen?
I've met other weather people.
Come on,
I've
man.
been
I
on,
thought that was your
I mean, you're my favorite.
Okay,
by
that's it.
far. Cam Newton's gonna come to you and he's gonna be like, dude,
That's
I'm
right.
preparing for a rain delay of the game and you were so wrong.
Yeah, he's like, you said 100% chance of drip, and there was no drip. I was the worst news reporter you've ever seen in your life. Matter of fact, after a year, my boss sat me down. He was like, dude, you suck.
Who do you think? Because how old are you again?
23.
You still?
Still, until April.
Do you think? Who do you think has more power to push a movie these days? Like Brad Pitt, one of the biggest movie stars in the world, or like a movie starring Charlie D'Amelio, or if Mr. Beast decides to go and make like Good Burger 2, you know, how many people would go to that movie?
I think it has to be in between. It has to be someone like Harry Styles just released the movie, and I think that's the
Harry
in
Styles
between.
is in a movie? Oh, Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hopefully that still has context by the time this podcast comes out. But yeah.
Well, Harry Styles released a movie.
Yes.
And I think is the perfect one because I think Harry Styles, although he's not on social media so much, he has a very social media presence.
Yeah.
And I think that's the perfect spot. I don't think that someone like a content creator, just one content creator has the power to push a movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, an actor like Brad Pitt, everyone knows Brad Pitt. Not everyone knows Charlie D'Amelio.
Or you know who's right there in the middle is The Rock.
The Rock.
Dude, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the most followed man, right, in the United States. And he's also a massive film star and producer and entrepreneur. And he drives people to come to his movies. Like Hobbs and Shaw, not that great. But a lot of people came because they're like, he told them all.
There's Will Smith too, though.
By the time this comes out, Will Smith hit a guy. But by the time this comes out, I don't know. By the time this comes out, I just don't know where we're going to be with like Black Adam. Like, is Black Adam going to like do
I don't know
well?
who that
I don't know.
is.
It's trending. Who?
I don't know who that is.
It's not a guy. It's the movie the Rock's in. How do you not know this?
You know, this is just...
It's not like a dude I know that I call him like, hey, there's Black Adam.
We're canceled.
Are we
The
canceled?
show is canceled
You know what?
now.
I don't know why we do these pre-talks with you. Next up, our guest this week is Nick Kosir. He is an American meteorologist who accidentally got famous on TikTok for, you guessed it, his dancing feet. He is quite the dancer. He crushes it. In 2019, he actually began making skits with his best friend Hans, imitating Cam Newton, of all people, to eventually making a cameo with Lil Nas at the VMAs, which is insane. And it clearly worked out. Dude, he's totally blown up as a creator, as an influencer. With zero professional dance training, he's garnered over 7 million followers across TikTok and Instagram to watch this beautiful meteorologist dance. He now lives in New York City, working for Fox Weather Channel and making content with all your favorite creators, myself included. This is the business of influence. Welcome, Nick. Come on in. On the right.
Oh, please, no.
Thanks for wearing. Is that your work suit?
No, they don't let me wear snazzy stuff.
Right.
It's more, straightforward. So I'm excited to, dust this one off. Yeah.
Well, you have that Serhant blue little...
That's what I'm
thank
talking
you.
about,
Right there.
man. I get dressed up for you guys. By the way, you do have great hair.
Thank you.
I've been dying to tell you that ever since. And
Thank
I
you,
do want
thank
to
you.
tell you, you should definitely not stop the pre-show talking. That was good. That
Oh, was it?
That was quality. I was over there giggling like a schoolgirl, man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we are the same. What's your name? Andy. Andy and I are we're super similar.
Yeah.
What's your last name? I can't remember it.
It's Serhant.
Oh,
You
that's-
work here.
I forgot. Sorry.
God,
the name.
you're not allowed to leave,
Yeah.
right? All right. Andy, ask your question.
Nick, I have so many questions. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is the first time I ever meet a weatherman.
Yeah.
And I thought
We
you
do
guys
exist,
were not
yeah.
real up until today.
You have no idea how many times
What?
I've heard that. People are like, oh, like,
Yeah,
you're a real one. Yeah. So here I am. Good to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you. Wow,
Yes,
that was my
yes.
first handshake with a weatherman.
Well, hey, it
A day
won't
to
be your
remember.
last. Yeah, later I'll dap you up on the way out. Yeah.
Oh, he knows all the weathermen, right?
I know
He's like-
weathermen are real. You just were like, I just met Bugs Bunny.
Literally,
You just
I
got
mean,
so excited.
I feel
That's-
like most people haven't met. Like,
No, I've heard that before. He's actually onto something right there. But hold up, you know other Weathermen?
I've met other weather people.
Come on,
I've
man,
been
I
on,
thought that was your
I've been on
own.
the news. I mean, you're my favorite.
Okay, that's
by
it.
far.
That's all you got to say.
It's the same way, like me as a broker. People are like, I've met other brokers, but you're my favorite.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I want to start. I want to ask you one question because this is something that I did not know, and it was in your bio.
Yeah.
And it's important for us to know too a little bit about who you are and kind of how you've gotten to where you are today. You never took dance classes?
No, never. I mean, not even a
Bullshit.
little bit. I swear.
I'm gonna call a little bullshit.
No.
Like ballet
No.
at 5.
I promise you, I swear to whoever, God, Oprah, whatever, whoever.
To God and Oprah. Okay,
Both of
now I
them.
believe you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, no, I think it's hilarious. I feel like I've duped everybody into thinking I'm a good dancer. I was actually.
But you are a good dancer.
Yeah.
They see it.
I promise you, if you saw me practicing on my own in my garage for days on days, you would be like, wow, that guy is not a good dancer. I just do it a lot until I trick people. But yeah, no, I never danced. I going back in time, like after wedding receptions and stuff, I remember some of my family members after we got done dancing would tell me like, hey, you're pretty good. You've got some moves. And I just thought it was my aunts.
Like at weddings and birthdays and all that.
I just thought it was my aunts like being nice and trying to.
You have 5 million ants now.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
internet.
But I don't know. I guess, I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that I can maybe stay on beat a little bit. And then,
Yeah, rhythm.
yeah, and then I guess the suit probably distracts a lot of attention, So even if I'm not nailing it, maybe the suit covers it all up. So
Yeah, a white guy that can actually dance and he does it in a suit and he tells people the weather at the same time.
yeah,
I think you just you hit that thing that people just needed in the world.
that's a super
We've
unique niche, right? Yeah.
It is.
So
Wait,
when you were like first starting out, did you practice at home? How did you transition into actually doing it?
All right,
with
well,
the weather?
good question. Where
Where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
That's where I was born, and I've moved all over the place for my job. But so the
And you
whole way-
and you always wanted to be in meteorology? Like,
Yeah.
what did you want to be when you were a kid?
Oh man, well, the first thing I ever wanted to be was a paleontologist, which is a guy that digs up dinosaur bones.
Yeah, no, I know what he did. He doesn't know, but I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've always loved science, but as I got older and kind of grew out of dinosaurs, as we all pretty much do, I think, well, most of us anyway. But
Not I.
hey, sorry to any paleontologists that are watching. I just kind of roasted y'all, but I kind of stuck with the science thing, and really everything was kind of an accident. I've always been drawn to videos and microphones, and I went to college for communications, and
In Ohio?
in Ohio, yep, University of Akron. That's where I got my first degree, and
Nice. What's up, LeBron?
yeah, shout out to LeBron. Hashtag strive for greatness. Hashtag the kid from Akron. Hashtag whale emoji. But so that's where I got my first degree, and then I thought I was going to be a radio DJ because I did that in college.
You have a good voice.
Yeah, give us your best radio voice right now.
This is it. This is as good as my voice
Welcome
gets.
to.
Welcome. Not well. Hold up.
Welcome.
Now I do sound like a cartoon character. Hey, everybody. No, so it's been a while since I've been on the radio. I'll have to tweak my voice and come back. But so I actually interned out of college in New York City at Sirius XM. And so I thought that was it. But then I ran out of money. Things just didn't work out. And I moved back home and I go, what am I going to do now? So I applied to a bunch of radio stations in Ohio and one TV station. And lo and behold, it was the TV station that hired me as a news reporter. And I was like, I'll figure it out. Didn't figure it out. I was terrible. I was the worst news reporter you've ever seen in your life. Matter of fact, after a year, my boss sat me down. He was like, dude, you suck.
Oh, no.
And I was like, yeah,
That
I kind of know. Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah. Well,
Teleprompter, though, or were you just reciting news, memorizing news on the street?
I was the guy in the street. Like,
Always.
I would go.
Like Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that where they send like the new guys? Like they throw you out into the storm?
Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of people will start as a reporter. And you're like a beat reporter. You go cover city council. You go to a crash, whatever. And it's just not how my brain is wired. So, anyways, my boss sits me down. He goes, dude, you suck. And I was like, yeah, gotcha. And he goes, you can either be fired right here, right now, or our weather girl is getting a job somewhere else. You can either get fired or take on her job, which is like double the work. And he goes, I'm not going to pay you anymore. And I was like, well, I wouldn't mind still keeping a job, and did that. And the rest is history.
Wait, hold. So you sucked at one job and the boss was like, you suck over here, so
Yeah.
I'm going to put you over here and hope you don't suck.
Yeah, pretty.
What great
wild.
CEO advice. I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
Why do you suck so much over here? I'm going to put you in a harder job and see how that works.
Yeah, I don't. To this day, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm glad that.
I'm glad you did.
I'm glad he made that move. Yeah.
Insane.
Anyways, so that's how I got into weather, and then the dancing thing is a whole nother. That you'd have to. You fast forward 12 years later, and my bosses in Charlotte wanted us to post more on social. And they wanted us to post 12 times a day on all platforms. And I was like, that's a lot, man. And so I ran out of stuff to post. And one day
that boss kind of pushed you to do social
Yeah.
content.
Yeah. I'd already been doing it,
Right.
but 12 times a day is a lot.
That is
Well,
a
the
lot.
network was obviously supportive of it. They wanted you to do it?
Yeah. Once it started, and then so I got bored one day, did the dance, put it online.
So this was, let's take a second though. This was back when were you on Instagram or TikTok?
This was Instagram.
So you're just Instagram.
Yeah.
Right. So
My blow
Instagram
up was
in
on IG.
videos. Yeah. So
Yep.
your initial blow up was there. Got it. And then when you went to TikTok, is it true that you called yourself Nick's Tics?
I don't know. If I did, I forget. But
Because we have that.
Pull up the.
oh god.
Pull up the
Yeah,
proof.
we have that. They might pull that up.
Well, you joined TikTok. I think early on in 2019, right? I think it
Oh
was
man, yeah, I did. And
who introduced you to that?
look at that. That's my first video.
All right, let's see.
First of all-
what are you wearing?
That was gonna be my question. I think a brand sent me those shorts, and I was scared to
All
put
right.
it on Instagram.
So this is your first TikTok?
yeah. I don't know how. See, I told you guys I'm not a good dancer.
You're pretty good there. You
No,
get
man.
you got a hat on. You got like the bathing suit or whatever's going on.
I don't know.
Nick's Tics.
Nick
Look, I told
Tics.
you, Nick's Tics.
I
That's
guess
your name.
you're right. I
Whoa,
guess you're right.
dude, you just tried to say that we
Yeah.
weren't doing great research and it was
Nah,
all
you guys,
over it.
you guys killed it. I've gone through a couple of names, trying to figure out because Nick Kosir.
Yeah.
People have already stole that one, or they've made like fan accounts or whatever. So just straight Nick Kosir is gone. And I thought I was being clever. I guess.
Wait, can we
with that
back? There's like fans,
one. Yeah.
like-
People make like fake accounts or whatever.
but for you or for the weather group of people?
For me, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got some disadvantages.
Well, have you ever considered making merch?
Yes, I did make merch.
Okay,
Yeah.
super.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
It went well. It's just kind of.
Do you still make it? You kind of do the print fly, the Shopify thing?
Yeah. I got a buddy in South Carolina who does a great job.
Printfully. Yeah.
It's a lot of work, man. If I do something, I want. Yeah, the hoodie is we just scrolled by it, but
Let's see his merch.
hold
Let's
up,
put
wait,
it up.
that right there, right in the middle, that yellow hoodie
yellow
right there.
one. All
That's
right.
a drip, dude.
Oh, that's
Spread
actually such a
sunshine.
Spread sunshine.
Keep going.
That's
Get
awesome.
jingly with it.
Nice.
Oh, that's the one. That's the best seller.
Today's forecast is drippy.
Drippy, and then that's just your
Look
boy.
at that.
That
This
one
is
didn't
beautiful.
sell very well, but I loved it. But yeah, I did that, and did well.
Where can
but
people get your merch?
I don't sell any anymore. I just do drops every once in a while. It's pretty time consuming, and if I'm gonna do something, I want to be like all in
All
it.
in.
So it's
Got
So
it.
they have to follow you on Instagram in order to know when the drop is.
Yeah.
But it was
Okay.
it was a good pop.
It was a good run, man. It was a good run.
How long did you keep the merch going for?
I did like 3 drops, and it was interesting, man.
Drops.
I'll tell you what. Every time I dropped it, I learned something new, which is cool. You know that as a
Yeah, yeah,
CEO. And so you make some tweaks and things sell better, and it's just kind of cool to do all that.
A lot of these other creators who just crush it, whether it's Logan or Dobrik, et cetera, who just crush it on merch. Like, was it the Nelk Boys?
Yeah.
Dominated the New York Times article, whatever that was. So it's interesting you didn't stick through with it because it was you just crushing it on the Weather Channel.
Yeah, well, that's my full-time job, and then it's hard to.
You're one of the only content creators that we know, other than me, who also have a real job.
Hey.
Not to say that this isn't real, but you're also like, you go to work.
Yeah,
right?
man, I got a 9 to 5, so to speak.
He says that as I'm standing here too as an agent.
Yeah.
I'm also.
you also have. Oh, what's up? What's up?
Here we
Yeah.
go. No, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like merch had its time.
Yeah.
And maybe now not so much. So
Yeah, inflation, man, it's coming for the hoodies.
and then also
Coming for the hoodies, that inflation.
Yeah.
What do you
facts.
think is the next
Wait,
way
hold. What is this? Is your okay? We're on your Instagram account right
Yeah.
now. We've dug deep. We've gone back.
Yeah, you guys are in there, man.
There's a lot of photos of you trying to be
Cam
Cam Newton. How did that come into your mind of like, you know what I'm going to do
Right.
on the public internet forever is I'm going to take photos like Cam and LeBron and just try to match them.
Well, excellent question. That's all because our bosses made us post 12 times a day. I did not have 12 things to post per day. And so
So you just started imitating other people's posts.
Yeah, well,
That's
I was in-
kind of genius though.
I worked in Charlotte, and Cam Newton was huge. This was like MVP Cam, and he was
Got
making headlines in Charlotte every day with what he was wearing. So
and
I
this
was
is 2018.
yeah. And so I would go to Goodwill, and like $20, I think, was my limit to spend on all this junk. I'd like steal stuff from my wife's closet.
Yeah.
She'd get mad at me because, there'd be like random pieces of tape on her stuff when she went
Just
to
wearing your
wear-
wife's clothes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, here's what I was thinking. I go, maybe if I don't nail this and it turns out so bad, my bosses won't want me to post as much. I swear to God, I was like,
Really?
yes. I
Did
go
quite the opposite.
So this whole career move was I'm going to bomb at this and hopefully I don't have to keep doing it.
truly an
And
accident.
now look at you.
I know, truly an accident. So I posted it online. And I woke up to because I went home, took a nap because I worked the early morning shift that day.
Yeah.
And I woke up to 1 million messages and I go, here it is. I'm getting torched online. I'm sure every meme page is crushing me and I'm okay with that. And it was positive. People thought it was great. And I go, what? And so, yeah, I had to, I kept doing it. And the more, I love it. I love rap music, and so it's cool to be able to dance to music that I like. And sometimes the artist will say something about it and reach out. And that's the cool part for me.
Nice. Now, before we get over to your transition into TikTok, where you just crossed 5 million.
Yeah. Yesterday. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome. Huge numbers, man. What is like the day in the life of a meteorologist? Because Andy didn't even know you people were real.
I know.
And listen, he's a little derogatory. He calls you guys you people.
Well, I want to know, what is the correct term that you guys like to be called?
Oh man, some of us people will refer to ourselves as meteorologists.
Okay.
I don't care. That's like super, almost bougie. Weatherman is cool with me. So.
Okay, weatherman.
Although if you do have a degree, you're technically a meteorologist. But even on my bio, I put the dancing weatherman.
So did you go to
It's
school?
more relatable. Yeah, I got a degree. I got 2 degrees, one for communications, one for meteorology.
How long did that degree take you to get?
I blew through it because I wanted to get in there and get it done. So I did it in 3 years from Mississippi
3
State.
years?
3 years, baby. Went through summer and all that, man. So
it takes the same amount of time to get your law degree that it does to become a meteorologist?
yeah, you're a legit scientist, man. You're doing it's a lot of math.
A lot of math.
Thermodynamics nearly had me thinking about my whole life and going a different career path. But C equals a diploma. C equals a diploma.
I didn't know that you guys used math.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what a weatherman does.
This guy. Please leave in the comments if you think Andy should still be on this podcast with us, or if he just brings it
No,
all
you
down.
can't get rid of the hair. The hair.
The hair sells the
hair's-
podcast.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, I mean, it's the same when people think of architects. For example, my mom's an architect.
Yes.
They think that they need to know math, but they don't really need to know math.
It's like school.
Dude, your mom just got so pissed, by the way, listening to this.
Yeah,
Your mathematician mom was like, what are you talking
You gotta
about?
go home and you're grounded, man.
Literally.
No, but you gotta know the science. You gotta know the math behind what the models are doing, and how school is, man. They want to show you
Yeah.
how the nuts and bolts work.
It's a lot. So what's your day like?
Good question. So I work in my day job here in New York from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I wake up
Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday. So I wake up. I live about an hour away.
Do you ever get days off? Like, do you ever go to dinner?
Yeah, every once in a while. But it's funny because
Like if it's sunny outside, you're like, guy, I'm out. There's no weather.
Not that I'm going to admit to here on camera, but off camera, I'll tell you.
Oh.
I'll tell you my secrets. Yeah, but I do sneak out every once in a while. But yeah, I wake up. Usually I work out. I try to lift and then do cardio. And I'm really into now because I live close to the Long Island Sound.
Yep.
I try to jump in the water take a dip every day just because it's good for your skin, good for cardiovascular because it's cold as all get out in there.
Oh, just like Brad Pitt. We were talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that what he does?
I have no idea, but I assume so. He seems like a guy.
That
You
would
and
do
Brad
something-
Pitt seem very similar.
Look, I'm
Right?
never,
Like
I'm
crushing
never
up
leaving.
wine grapes and just rubbing it all over your face.
That's right. Yeah, just
You know?
bathing ourselves with lotions and oils.
Yep.
No, but and so I do that, and then then I get ready. You know, I make my food, salmon and broccoli every day. And,
For breakfast?
For lunch.
Oh, for lunch,
Yeah, I
okay.
do a little smoothie too for breakfast.
Yep.
And then I take the train in. It's about an hour. Do my day job. And I'm on air live from 7 to 10 p.m.
So what do you do from 1 to 7?
We got meetings.
You study the weather.
Yeah, meetings. I try to milk hair and makeup for as long as possible. I like sitting in there, getting all the gossip from those guys.
Do they
Got
cut
it.
your hair like every day?
They not every day, but they do my makeup every day, which is like
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And then there's meetings, and then I got to prep for the show, and then there's always email. There's always something. There's always like an email that comes up that'll take.
What systems do you use to like? Are you turning on somebody else's weather report to be like, all right, I'm going to talk about that, right?
Nah.
Or do you have internal systems? You're sitting there with like Doppler. You got dolphins talking to you.
Well, listen. When I was a local meteorologist, I did everything. I would research the weather. I would make my own graphics.
You can't be wrong.
Nah, man, because
Dude,
you'll
people,
hear about it.
They'll find Cam Newton's going to come to you and he's gonna be like, dude,
That's
I was
right.
preparing for a rain delay of the game and you were so wrong.
Yeah, he's like, you said 100% chance of drip, and there was no drip.
Can't do that. Dude.
Nah,
That's stressful.
man, you got to be accurate with the drip. But so in local, I did everything. Here, because I work for Fox Network now. We've got a whole team of people that they make graphics because they're just so good at it. You know, they would blow anything that I would make out of the water. They do some research, I do some research, and then that's part of our meeting. We come together, we go over the forecast. I tell them what I think, they tell me what they think, and so I'm prepped up before I go on the show. And so it's very collaborative at this level.
Nice.
The weather
I have
is.
so many questions for you.
All right, let's
Wait,
hear
hold
it.
on, but mine are more important.
Okay.
What's a stressful day for you?
I feel like it's a father-son relationship here.
I'm getting
Is it?
bullied over here. I'm taking my mic out. Hold on.
No, don't touch that fucking mic, I swear to God.
Well,
It's not your mic.
I want to relax.
Are you trying to move it back?
No, I'm trying. How does this work? There we go.
There you go. Put it in your pocket.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is swag,
More
dude.
relaxed.
Dude, this is what the kids do these days.
Apparently.
Is break your stuff and just do it their own way. Wait.
Gen
But
Z, I
seriously,
tell
like
ya.
a stressful day for you is
Well, we're in the
the hurricane?
this past hurricane season. Stress, that's when it's funny because I do the dancing and I have fun on my timeline, but that's like 1% of my day. You know, the rest of it is all pretty serious business. And then when you talk about severe weather, especially hurricanes, lives are at risk, and so you got to really buckle down. And that's stressful, man, because you really want to make sure you're telling people the ins and outs of the weather. And it gets pretty technical. You want to make sure you can do it in a way that they understand and that they can relate to. A lot of people don't evacuate or don't take shelter because
Every time.
because they just don't understand the magnitude of what weather can do. And so, I take that challenge very seriously to make sure people truly know what's going to happen. Like, if your house is going to get blown over and things are going to get demolished, it's serious business.
Okay, so then you do your news hits all day long and you create some content.
Yeah.
And all that.
I've been creating my TikTok content in commercial breaks in the show. So it's like just time management.
How is the online weather show going? Like the one that you had me do something for?
Oh, Fox Weather Wild. Yeah, it's going well. We
still do it. It's like late night though.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, 10 o'clock. We're doing great. Ratings are up, and I don't know how much I can actually say.
Sure.
But we're doing well. Yeah, ratings are up. Probably because of your appearance, man.
Probably not, but yeah. Probably not.
My coworkers still talking about you. I've got my one producer, Mindy, is truly borderline obsessed with you. Like, I'm surprised she hasn't showed up to your house. Yeah, you may. Mindy, watch it. She's like 5 feet tall, brown hair. If you ever see someone running at you, like
sounds like everyone who works here. Yeah.
Oh, humble man,
Including
humble
him.
man.
Including this guy. Including this guy.
Mindy?
No.
I have a question. I have a question
Okay,
now.
fine.
It's my turn. Okay.
All right.
Hold up.
I have
I'm gonna get geared up for your question.
Exactly.
What's up, bro?
Get comfortable. So, This is a question I've had probably my entire life.
Careful. It's weighted.
Now I'm breaking stuff. I'm worse
It's
than
weighted. Okay, turn it to you.
Swoop.
There you go.
Perfect.
When I go on my weather app and it says that there's a 20% chance of rain.
Oh, yeah.
What does that exactly mean?
It means there's a 20% chance of fucking rain.
But 20% chance of rain in New York? 20% chance of rain that it rains, or 20% chance explain that to me.
It's interesting. Meteorologists even argue with themselves about it. Basically, it means kind of what you said.
Basically, I answered the question.
20%.
Some people, there's a theory going around that there is a 100% chance of rain for 20% of the area.
Okay.
But
that was the way I meant to ask that question. Yeah.
But you can really split hairs and say something like, well, if there's a 50% chance of rain, maybe it's 50% of the day that you'll see rain. You know, maybe it's a morning event, and then it'll be dry in the evening.
So what's the real answer?
It's all I know.
Now we're all stressed out. I'm not looking at the weather app the same way ever again.
Well, it's meteorologist interpretation.
There's a 100% chance of rain 50% of the time.
I'll tell you this.
In half of the area.
I'll tell you this. We're getting
But you're
away.
aware.
We're actually getting away from percentages at Fox Weather, and we're just saying like likely, very likely. And then,
that seems safer.
Yeah, well,
Do it like Mr. Beast does his burgers. So like a rare chance, a medium rare chance. There's a medium chance, right? A very well done chance of rain today.
Or just relate it all to food, and everybody will.
And people will evacuate.
That's not a bad idea.
There is a well done chance of a hurricane coming. People will get the fuck out. You know,
You're probably
they'll save
right.
lives probably.
You're probably right.
Right? There's
Yeah.
a 100% chance of rain. People are like, I've heard that before.
You know what?
100%
How about this?
chances.
You sponsor our graphic, and that'll be like the Serhant forecast. Bada boom, bada bing. We got something going there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Part of this podcast is talking about the business of influence, which we haven't even talked to you about, but you kind of bring us back to that. Are you allowed to, maybe you can't talk about this because you're employed by Fox, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So are you allowed to make money as an influencer? You're on TikTok. You have millions of views. You just crossed 5 million.
Yeah,
Congrats. You have 80 million likes, right? You are, creators are the, I don't want to say this. I mean, so people probably come to you for brand deals all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen you do stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in conflict with an employment contract?
It used to be. Yeah, it used to be. In Charlotte, I signed a contract that stated that my likeness was owned by Fox 46 in Charlotte.
Yep.
And so, I couldn't do brand deals there. And so I was like a year into my 3-year contract when that video that we showed
Came out.
was scorching.
Sure.
And I had a bunch of people coming my way, and I couldn't do any of it.
Yeah.
So my goal for the rest of my contract was to just gain as many followers as I could, and then see what happened after my contract. And so,
Probably smart.
yeah, in hindsight, it might have worked out. And then once my contract ran out, I told myself I'm either going to be a full-time influencer, or if I work again in TV, I just need to have it in writing that I can do these brand deals.
Sure.
And it worked out that Fox Weather came to me, and they are a streaming platform first. And
Interesting.
so there's different rules around streaming platforms versus television. And so they're allowing me to do it, and it's great. I love Fox Weather. They have been awesome. And they're very progressive in their thinking because, I think it's having a full-time day job and then also being an influencer, I think, is a little more relatable than just being a full-time influencer, because
sure.
everybody's got a day job, and they all kind of respect someone with a day job, I think.
And I think a lot of what's interesting about you and some of that legitimacy is that in a lot of your videos, it was Fox Weather behind you, right?
Right.
So you're real.
Yeah.
Like you're a real guy. Andy didn't think so, but you're a real guy in a suit. And you're actually, and the trends that you've been doing that I really love are when people tell you to say certain things
Yeah.
on the weather, like say banana. You're like, this is going to be a banana of a storm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
such a classic, great idea.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of like an Easter egg. And that's cool. That's the cool thing about TikTok too, is that you can interact with people. And
Yes.
so they're in on it. Even the viewers, I think, probably are in on it. Even if they don't know what I'm doing, maybe it perks up their ears and they'll start watching little bit harder to see like what might happen next. So
has your internet celebrity and your influence across TikTok and Instagram, do you know if it's affected actual ratings for your weather reports and for the news?
That's to be honest with you, in local news, yeah, it did. Here at Fox Weather, we've got a whole team dedicated to ratings and tracking all that. And frankly, I don't like to know. Because
all right, we're gonna find out.
It messes with
we're gonna throw up a graphic.
It messes with
yes or
We're
no.
calling Mindy.
It messes with my head because if
he's so excited about Mindy, you hit his height and the coloring and everything. He's finally a girl. It's gonna be great.
Mindy's gonna watch this and freak out.
Yeah, we're gonna tell Mindy that Ryan Serhant's coming, and then she's gonna get excited.
Man, she's gonna explode into a million pieces.
Great.
Yeah, but I try not to look at ratings because it messes with what I'm doing. Like if ratings are down one day, I'll be like, oh man, I better not do anything that I just did. And so
then your business, right, you are a meteorologist,
yep.
right? You want to continue to be one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You love it.
Yeah.
You went to school for it.
Yeah.
Right. But as an influencer, do you think you're ever going to get to a point based on the types of brand deals and things you've done where maybe you don't need to have a 9-to-5?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, as you can tell, anytime I plan something, it doesn't work out that way. And I'm about to be
But that's the plan.
Right.
The plan is to do what the answers are in front of you.
Very true. Yeah, just kind of it's like water, man. Take the path of least resistance with whatever's ahead of you. But I don't know. My identity is so wrapped up in being a weatherman. Plus, I love being a weatherman so much.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to step away from it. I've worked so hard for 15 years to be decent at my job, and it's been hard. It's like, I don't know. I could ping pong the same question back to you. You own $1 billion company. I don't have quite that many zeros in my bank account.
Yeah.
But they work so beautifully in tandem. It's like
content to commerce.
Bingo.
We are a content to commerce real estate company. The way you're kind of a content to commerce meteorologist.
There you go.
Right? People driving things. You're selling merch that's about the weather.
Right.
Can we talk about your wife for a second?
Yeah.
How does she feel about your TikTok dance fame?
Good question. She's much more of a private person, and so.
You have no dances with your wife in here.
Nope, she would never do that. She wants all of her stuff set to private, and that's how she likes it. And so she's great. I've been doing this for a while. I went viral in 2007 for rapping the weather.
What?
I used to rap the weather. Yeah, before
kids, it takes a long time.
Oh God, yeah.
So how did you have that idea to create this and post this on the internet? Because that means you are an OG creator.
Very
of content.
OG. Yeah. Like I said, I've always been doing social, and I've always been like, I'm telling you, man, if we had camera phones and stuff back in high school, I would have been all over it. That's just, I can't not do what I do.
You got that left brain, right brain. Yeah, you're creative. You like it.
Can't not do it. And so, so I was on YouTube for a while, and I just always, like you, always saw the value in social media. Always. Yeah. It's just like a no-brainer. And, if you're not on it and you're not marketing yourself, and you're not taking your life into your own hands, you're behind the 8 ball.
But can I ask you, I created content initially and still kind of do, right? Part of it is build brands, sure. But a lot of it was, I have apartments to sell. In New York City, I compete with 80,000 real estate agents.
Exactly.
So I need to differentiate myself, and I need to sell more homes than anybody. So if I could put property tours and my own thoughts and feelings out there about those properties, I'll sell them faster.
Yes.
And that started working.
Yeah.
And so I said, product market fit, I'm going to build something much bigger. But you're not trying to tell more weather.
True.
You're not trying to, you don't own Fox yet. Right. So you're doing this for brand creation because it's fun? Are you doing this because the side hustle of the brand deals is like great spending money?
Yeah.
Or is this?
It's a little bit of everything. First of all, in this day and age, if you're on TV, people will fall in.
You're better?
Where
were you going to go with that?
No. People will like you.
Because you are.
People will like you if they see you on TV. But if they can also discover you online. And so why not put more hooks in the water. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then also part of it too is that I just like to do it. Like, you know, it's like a hobby. Like some dudes like to golf.
Yeah.
Some people love just watching football, which I do too. But I would be doing if all my platforms went back to zero right now.
Yes,
I'd be right back at it, doing the same thing like nothing.
And what would you do if you were starting at zero today? If you're saying, okay, I don't do social, but I really would like to, or I think I need to. What's your one piece of advice?
For right now, I mean, you get
so many platforms. There's so many things.
I agree. First of all, I always tell myself like I know nothing about the internet because the second you start thinking you do, you're gonna get burned. Like the internet is a wild beast, and you can't ever think that you know too much about it. Second of all, you got to go where the attention is, and in my opinion, right now it's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? I could be wrong, but it's all about TikTok, and that was tough for me. My big blow up was on Instagram, and I was slow to get over to TikTok, but got to do it. You got to go where the attention is. And so I would tell someone right now, if they want to get into the game, TikTok is where it's at. Build there and then
find your niche.
Yeah. And
find that thing.
And then post all that good stuff on IG and YouTube Shorts and Facebook.
But find that niche because you're not doing like food reviews on here too.
No. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Definitely find your niche.
You got to find the niche.
Yeah.
I got 3 questions for you to wrap us up because I know you got to actually go to your real job and go tell the weather. First, is the weather temperature taken in the shade or the sun?
This is good. Okay, so
these are things we need to know.
Okay, first of all, the height of where you're taking the temperature is more. It's got to be at 5. Like an official reading is at 5 feet.
Because that's like the official height.
Yeah,
of Andy.
Then you're getting away from.
Goodness gracious.
Maybe shout out to Mindy.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Just kidding. I don't know, like, what's his temperature? Because my temperature is very different from Andy.
Facts. The air is thinner up there where you're at.
Yeah.
No, but 5 feet above the ground gets you away from the impacts of asphalt, heat being absorbed into the ground. And typically, it's an average of 3 different thermometers. So the shade, the sun, it's you factor all that in together and bang, you get your official reading. So yeah.
Question 2.
So Ryan right now is listing an apartment that's 1,400 feet in the air, right?
Yes.
The temperature change is so different.
Yeah.
So 1,400 feet in there. You said 5 feet is where you start measuring everything.
Yep.
How much different is it up there?
Huge. I mean,
it's colder, bro.
I know it's colder, and
that's why they did. Yeah, that's what
happens. When you go up, the air gets thin. You tell him. Here, tell him.
He's a meteorologist on his side job.
Yeah. That's how the atmosphere works. That's why I'm not even no weather pun here. I'm not trying to shade, but
yes, it is. It does get colder as you go up. Andy.
That's the de-ice planes, for that reason. And so it's pretty wild. It's a cool. It's just and that's why when you go up, a mountain, same deal. You can start off with shorts and then end up, needing a jacket up there.
So why do pets? I'm not going to let you ask any more questions. Why do pets sense when weather is coming? When bad weather is coming?
They just have they have heightened sense of smell, hearing, and I think a lot of it has to do with the change in pressure. When pressure lowers, dogs are animals. They're just extra sensitive to that kind of thing, and they're very in tune with nature. So
just like Andy. Yeah,
just like Andy, just like Mindy, all of us, all those people that are below 5'5". No, but I'm pretty sure that would be the answer. I'm not a vet, but that would be my take on it.
So when you walk outside and you feel the temperature, weather, everything, do you also kind of have like an instinct? Have you developed
sometimes my spidey senses gets to tingling. Like I can tell the clouds in the sky. I can tell if a storm's coming in for sure.
What's your favorite cloud?
Cumulonimbus, baby. Those joints are fire. Yeah, those are the big, tall, puffy ones.
I remember kindergarten. I learned that there. That's
my
right.
Boy. Yeah. All right.
Got it. Well, listen, we're pulling up a cumulo. There, look at
That's
that.
Dope,
there
man.
she is.
There it is.
That's
we just
dope.
want to kind of make you feel good.
Yeah.
Last but not least, before you go, can you show us a dance move?
Oh yeah. All right. I was hoping you'd ask.
Let's do this. We're not going to have audio for it, but credits are going to roll. So thank you, Nick Kosir.
This is so dope.
Thank you, dude. You were the man. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to sign out here. You're going to show us.
I'm going to show you the gritty.
Oh,
gritty. Okay.
The gritty.
This is the dance that everyone
How does that song go? I'll sing it in the background.
Okay. I don't know if you can say it. There's a lot of so you gotta start just tapping your heels like this.
Yeah.
Real easy, right? Boop. And then get a little faster with it. And then, yeah, you got it. Throw up the bees, and then you just walk. You just start walking. Hey, you guys are pretty good. Ah!
Ah! Oh, that's the one we do.
That's it right there.
Oh, that's it.
Hey!
Good. Great. Now let's take a photo. And I have to go
That
into
was pretty damn good.
a real meeting. Yeah.
Oh.